Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of The Advice Show, starring yours truly, Storm Maverick. And I got my friend here, Mr. Nationwide. He's about to give advice. I'm going to give you a little background before I give the advice. The other day, we went over to tow his car to a junkyard, and he went to the dolly to pull the vehicle. The sad thing is that some things just went down. We went over there, we left the dolly there, and we left. And a day later, something bad happened to Mr. Nationwide over here. Mr. Nationwide, you want to tell us what happened today? What'd you find out?
Yeah, I was looking on my, my balance for the account. Sorry, it's kind of the middle of the night, but I'm trying to remember how it goes. So anyways, I looked at my account, and there's a pending transaction of $200, which I think is kind of absurd because, I returned the trailer, and the fiberglass fender already has a hole in it because the bumper end broke into it, just the end of the bumper just punched a hole on the fiberglass fender. And then, so after that, returned it, the lady, who was over there as I was returning the trailer, she didn't say anything about it, which I thought was kind of weird.
Yeah, she just basically, she looked at the damage, didn't say a word. We left, and he got charged $200 today over damage that would probably cost less than $100 to fix, and by the new fiberglass. It still works, it's not broken. But the sad thing is, behind his back, overcharging him $200. And this is the advice show. We need to give advice to any business that does that, because that is the sad thing. My advice, I would go ahead and say, that's a bad thing to do. To go ahead and behind someone's back, charge them for property damage. They didn't even say so in the begin with yesterday. They didn't even say anything about it. And then they're going to go in and charge him $200 behind his back. And how did they got your card? So we go into detail how they got his financial information. You just swiped the card, right?
Yeah, before I was able to take the trailer out, though, I had to sign some paperwork and swipe my debit card through, and then just push my PIN number and push enter, so to take $70 for the rental fee, which I thought was just going to be $70 that would cost me. And there was paperwork about damage stuff, but they didn't say how much is going to be the fine for damaged items, stuff like that. So they could just explain it thoroughly and say, at least kind of send me a bill, explain what the damage was and how much it would be. But it doesn't make any sense, because we know it takes maybe 20 minutes to do the work, to fix that fender or to replace it. And it probably costs like $50 to do it. So it doesn't make any sense to charge $200 on a 20-minute job.
Yeah, and, well, advice. Let me go ahead and give advice right now. You don't do that. That is wrong, and
please don't.
It's terrible. Any advice you want to give to that company, or any company that is stingy enough to do it behind their back, what advice would you give? That's such a special host.
Make sure that company has insurance on their rental items. And make sure whatever trailer, car trailer or whatever, make sure they have aluminum galvanized or steel fenders, not fiberglass, because fiberglass is worthless.
Yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the advice show of today. Have a better product that doesn't easily break when we try to take the car down, A. B, don't charge behind someone's back. And if you're going to do that, C, going to charge somebody for property damage, tell them to their face before they went home, and then discover on their bank account online that $200 just got minus over a piece of fiberglass that could cost less than $100. So all the companies out there, I'm going to finish up the advice show. All the companies out there, go ahead and let them know the damage. Do not overcharge people, especially a day later after they use your services. You recharge them again by just swiping the card. Swiping a debit card. And they overcharged him. That, I think, we could go to court.
Yeah.
I think we will win.
Yeah.
You don't do that. This billing for reasons should be on a bill. and you should give him time to pay because that is a chunk of money, but it shouldn't even be that amount.
You know what? I think it reminds me of a story that my dad told me when he was in the Navy. That, you know, they had some cars running out to them. I don't know, it's a Chrysler K car, which were pieces of junk. And this particular car, some other guy in the service running out when he was driving, there was some kind of damage to it where the car caught on fire. And they think it was that guy's fault, and then try to make him pay for the damages. So it almost reminds me of that story my dad told me.
Yeah, definitely.
But at least they had the decency to tell him in person, though. Anyways.
Oh yeah, definitely. So that's our advice show for today. You own a business, don't rip people off. Thank you, and I think since I always like to close the word of prayer, since I always like to close in a word of prayer after my advice shows, I go ahead and do it right now. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day, Lord. Me hanging out with my best friend over here, Mr. Nationwide, with yours truly, Storm Maverick. Pray that we could get this problem fixed. In Jesus' name, amen. You guys have a great day.